Another trip to the Goodwill bins to see if we can find stuff to sell online for a profit. I normally sell a lot of stuff of this that I get at the bins at Whatnot or District, which are just two live selling platforms, but I do also find eBay items here. You can see someone just put back this Jessica Simpson wallet. It was like brand new condition, and right off the bat I just picked this up, and I want to say conservatively I could probably get $3 for that on Whatnot. eBay, if I wanted to wait, I could maybe get like $10, but I just wanted to sell it now. And then I found this laptop case that also looked like brand new condition, but wasn't a good brand and was just pretty plain. Then I found a little bathroom bag, Vera Bradley. Again, probably could sell on eBay, but on Whatnot I could probably get $3. So for the tracker, something new we're doing for this video, and probably moving forward, I think it's a cool idea. We'll add that for just $3. And I usually sell a lot of hats on Whatnot, and I did get some hats here, and actually I don't think I got them on camera. I got a few things at the end where I didn't get on camera that I'll show you guys after the bins footage, but still looking through bags. Lightweight bags and hats are really good on Whatnot. This, I didn't know the brand and was just a little too worn in. This actually I got. It was a wallet, FENN brand. I didn't even bother to look it up because it was extremely lightweight, but it looks like brand new condition for a like faux leather wallet. And I picked that back up again. I don't know why. More hats, just nothing worth getting here, you know, local stuff mostly, which is not really going to sell online to people all across the United States. And I picked up this glasses case from Coach. You know, maybe the glasses case alone would sell, but I actually didn't put it in my bag. Some more hats that just weren't worth it. This thing new in the package, but it looked really cheap. This wood knife block, Karate, was engraved in it. You know, I probably should have grabbed it. But then we got Ghost Recon here, the video game, Ninja Turtle VHS, and a Raw Wrestling entire season. And, you know, 69 cents per item like this. And I think I can get some money from those. Maybe an eBay item for the Raw and the Ninja Turtle. And here we are back in the wares section. This plush looked interesting. I ended up not getting it. Just a little too big for Nothing No brand. That's a brand, the Damn It doll, and some of those do sell online. So I picked that up. It's extremely lightweight as well, which is good when you're paying $1.99 per pound. This was new with tags, like hoodie plush. I ended up not getting it. I should look up, see if those are worth anything. And then a Winnie the Pooh baby plush next to it. Didn't get that. It was pretty small. And another small tie plush was a pretty cool one. Didn't pick it up. So there's a lion plush. This other skeleton cat plush, I probably should have picked this up. I couldn't find a brand on it, and it was just kind of big and clunky to put in my bag, so I ended up not grabbing it. I looked it up later. I couldn't find exact sold, but one sold for $40, similar. And then this was a interesting looking plush. Thought it might have been from a show or something, but it just said Kohl's Cares, so I didn't get it, but maybe a bad decision. This was a really creepy doll. I thought about doing like a Google photo search for that to see if anything came up, but I just threw it back. Mrs. Potato Head plush, which is a little too small to grab. Like, I don't even know if I could sell it for $2 on Whatnot. And he's tiny Squishmallow with tag. Again, most Squishmallows, unless they're giant, are not going to sell for even like $2. And then I heard this guy hammering at something in the background. I was very interested at what was going on, so I do a walk by here in a second to see what they were doing over there. It was hammering on a box that you could hear in the background. So I walked by just to get a little look at it, and it was some kind of like safe or metal shelf that was locked, and they were trying to hammer it open. Eventually they did get it open, and there wasn't anything in there. Here's another bag, and just no name brand, so I passed up on that. But I did get this Kate Spade wallet. It's a little out of frame right now, but I'll show it here in a second, I believe. And it was great quality, and it's like brand new with the little cow print inside. Wallet's extremely light. On Whatnot, probably $3-4. So here I come back to this guy. They're still hammering away at whatever this thing was. And here's a backpack, which seemed interesting, seemed high quality. It was a tiny backpack though, and I couldn't find a brand to look it up, but it actually had some weight to it. So I didn't want to get it because it might have cost me, it might have been more than a pound. So it might have cost me like $3-ish. So I passed on that. And then I found this shark wall attachment sealed in the thing. I looked it up, and you know, it was insanely light, so if that could sell for 10, 15, $20 for basically free, good to get. Here, this thing was covered in styrofoam, a hat. I actually picked up a women's sun visor. I'd never heard of that brand, but again, extremely light, like probably 2 ounces. Here's a bag that actually is pretty good. It sells for like 15 to $20 used on eBay, so ended up getting that one. And then this hat I should have gotten, and I actually threw it back. It was a vintage hat, but pretty random, just said like the electric company or something. This bag, I looked around for a while and ended up actually looking up later that brand. There just wasn't that many sold, and even the sold ones were like $10, and that bag was probably 2 pounds. Here we go. I found some silverware that I thought could maybe be silver, but I looked closely, couldn't find anything on them, and it was suspicious to me. Even though they looked like they could be silver, at least silver plated, they were all together in this corner here. So I bet someone found all of these and looked them all over and then just threw them back in this corner. And so that was kind of another indication they weren't silver. Back in the media section, I found this Sly Cooper PlayStation 2 game, disc only. This ended up being the find of the day, and I'm glad I ended up getting it, not putting it back. And then I did find a Madden 09 Xbox 360. You know, random sports games, they do sell like $10 or $5 plus $5 shipping. So I picked that up, maybe a Whatnot item. I thought this was going to be really good, this Grateful Dead like vintage CD, but it was missing one of the CDs. It was a 2-disc CD. I looked it up after. Probably, you know, there's sales between $10 and $16 on this, but not that many sold compared to how many are listed. I thought it would be a little more rare. And this like power bank from Dell, I thought could be good. It's heavy, but some of those sell for like $40-50 used, but the cord at the bottom looked a little busted, so I didn't want to mess with it. Then I flipped over this and saw that it was episodes of this show that I never heard of, so I ended up picking that up. And some of those cartoons do pretty well. And this old game was, you know, vintage from my childhood. I remember that one, so I picked that up. And then going to new inventory they put out, that Sonic that you saw was, you know, I knew that guy wanted it, and so he got it for it first. This was the Icelandic Air mascot plush, so I picked that up. It's really small, incredibly light. Here's another interesting plush I got. These lips with like fangs on it, kind of creepy, kind of cool, interesting plush. Should do well on Whatnot. Okay, back home. This is the haul. Not my best haul, but I think some stuff in here that you guys didn't see. Can't remember if I showed you guys these 2 hats. Pretty nice. Adidas one and Under Armour with the tag still on it. Someone just ripped the price off. So a couple good hats there. I can't remember if I showed you this plush, but it's in Chinese or something. And I think everything else I showed you, so we'll add those to the total. Oh, I guess not the video games. So Deer Hunter PC game, Call of Duty 4 PC. I think I did show the Madden. I don't know if I showed NHL 23, fairly recent. NFL, Titanic PC game, and this golf game. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the other videos to see some of the Goodwill Bins finds that I have. And follow me on Whatnot. Basically, 100% of these items are Whatnot items that I'm going to sell on there at $2 start. So check me out on Whatnot. We'll see you over there.